Hey nerds! So this is how it started. A bunch of lightsabers on the wall. And then I got the itch for Lego, and then this happened. And then I needed somewhere to put it because the dining room's not the place. And then I found this table. And then this happened to the table. And it looks great, but where am I going to put it? So I had this empty room. I was getting my bags to get ready for Japan, but I thought I would give you a tour since we maybe not be able to do this anymore after tomorrow. So this is going to be a long one, but if you want to see it, then here it goes. It is kind of crazy. Yeah, that's a Wampa on the floor there, and Darth Vader, which you've probably seen. And I'm just going to take you around the room here. So this R2 cooler, and there's my sort of Death Star, IKEA for the win. My shadow box from being on the Galactic Star Cruiser. And then we have some lightsabers and lots of Lego and collectibles. So this particular shelving unit just has some of the smaller things, and I kind of tried to do them by theme. And so even Jar Jar got his own little box, and so did Admiral Akbar. And then we move on to the Legos and the Funko Pops. And I am a droid girly. I love the droids. So those little guys are up there. And then I have a little snack corner because you need a snack sometimes. Star Wars can be exhausting. And then some other little knickknacks that I've picked up along the way. And then I've had to hang things on the wall because I'm just running out of space, as you can tell. And there's DJ Rex. And then these are all of my droids. Well, most of them. I have 10 of them. And then there's me as a Funko because, you got to do it. And Yoda is here. He stays up here all the time. And then we move on to the Lego collection. And I have a bunch of boxes waiting to be put together. My backlog is pretty large, but I need to move this stuff around. As you can see, I've got a little minifig mess on the floor here. But, whatever. And then we go more Funkos and Pops and whatnot. And, She-Hulk's got to be in there. Have all the Star Wars helmets. And these are some of the ones I've recently gotten. The C-3PO and the Porg I actually found on Facebook Marketplace. I have a Marvel shelf because, you got to have it. And then, of course, I realized I had so many Star Wars hats. I'm like, yeah, they belong in that room too. So they're all just hanging down there. And then, of course, my man. And then if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I have this gigantic at on the wall. And it is not painted. It is painted plywood and mounted on the wall. I have a video about that. You can go back and watch that. So just have my little pillows and my Star Wars blankies. I really love this, this one. There's Chewie. And I have lots of really cool artwork too. I need to hang this up. Haven't done that. And then this was where I started my patch collection, but now it's a gigantic stack and I need to figure out something else to do. A few pins in there as well. And then this is one of my favorite corners of the room. This is actually a Scentsy burner, and it has the Leia projection out the back, which I love. And that chopper is actually a cookie jar. And then this is my girl power corner. So Leia and Ahsoka got their own shelves. And of course they have their Padawans close by. This is actually one of my very favorite places of the whole room. And then this is the wreath with all the mini ornaments. This one comes downstairs at Christmas, but otherwise stays up here. And then the rest of my helmets, I only have 6 of those. So not too crazy, I guess. And then what else do I have here? I think I was moving around the table trying to figure out what to do. And then, of course, there is the thing that started all of this. So let's get those lights on. I've got a few other things in there, TIE Fighter, TIE Bomber, and an X-Wing, and I need to change the batteries because those lights are getting kind of dim. And there's my big stack of patches I got to do something with. But it's a really cool little comfortable place to sit. And my niece and nephew love sleeping in here because that little couch, it pulls out to a full-size bed. So they get to sleep in here and they love it. Although my niece gets freaked out by Yoda, so she makes me put a blanket over his head. And then this Millennium Falcon, of course. Got to have that. That was Pottery Barn, I believe. And then this is my view when I'm watching television. And this is absolutely one of my favorite places in the entire house. And when I want to forget about everything, I just go here. And then my lightsabers are in this room too, as well as on the other wall, but a few places. And then there's my Skywalker Legacy collection. And this is my view. And I love it. May the Force be with you.